A Lady of Paris is about, I suppose it's about loss. You know, when I read the script, I loved the script that Stephen sent, and I knew Stephen, so, I trusted him. And it definitely resonated with me, in terms of, just the loss. And what, you can kind of, I think when I read, and even on the day when I saw this beautiful room where all these artifacts and all, somebody's past life, and they were near the end of their life, and they couldn't even remember some of it. I think that felt very strong to me. So that's kind of, that for me was the film, about loss of memory, loss of life. My own mother, even though she'd kill me for saying it, is 86, 87 years old. So I understand the aging process and what can happen. So that definitely kind of helped me kind of approach it. Stephen, like a lot most directors, they would send you chat to them about what the references, what they want the film to look like. He sent some references. There's a lovely film with Pete Postlethwaite, Distant Voices, Still Life. That was one of his references, and The Dead. And then you kind of evolve that, so because you're not copying. You do need a starting point, because you want to give the director what they want. So when they watch it, then hopefully you make it better. So it's visualizing it from references and then through conversations, and particularly the location was usually important to me in particular. Mm-hmm. The house, I love the house, and I was so glad that they were able to get that particular house, because it's a great location. So I used to go there. We were very lucky to go there 3 or 4 times before we started, which is rare on a short. Sometimes you don't get that kind of opportunity. On a film you do, on a TV series you'll go to a location a few times, so you can see how the light is interacting. So that really kind of helped me visualize the picture from Stephen's references as well, if that makes sense. Because the house was really so important to how we see Lily. Like, the house, when I went to the house, you go at different times of the day, and you can really see how the natural light, and particularly the sunlight, is bouncing and just interacting with all the environment. Mm-hmm. And that's really important when you're going to be in one location in particular for an entire movie, to understand exactly how the light's going to act. And that actually helped me like the movie, because I was able to see exactly what was going on with natural light. Sure, we shot with the Alexa LF, which is kind of the full frame sensor, which is a beautiful Arri make beautiful cameras. And we used the Cooke Pancro full frame classic lenses. And Cooke have a nice kind of warmth to the glass. So it kind of gave us that kind of, because Stephen, we kind of, again, through looking at the house and the way light, the warmth became very important, on the sunset tonight. So the Cooke glass kind of gives you a little bit of that when we lit it that way as well. So the Cooke, they're good lenses. They're based on the old Pancros from the 40s and 50s. Mm-hmm. So the Cooke's kind of redesigned ones. We were using a black satin, mm-hmm. Which just kind of takes the edge off some of the highlights, which also in the grade, Nick kind of pushed on that a little bit with halation, so it kind of brings it out a little bit more halation in the windows and on all the kind of surfaces. No, I never have a preference for anything. I never kind of, everything is guided by the story, you know what I mean? So it's like, part of the cinematographer's job is kind of figuring out, well, how do I achieve that? Because you want it to be quite low, obviously from a dog's POV. Paris is quite small, little dog. Mm-hmm. So, and years ago when film, they used to have these old cameras called 2Cs and 3Cs, 35mm cameras, and you used to get what was literally called a doggy cam. And what a doggy cam, they used to come in from the UK, so it was a specialised thing. They'd come in and be a low camera. But now we can just do that with a kind of a pogo stick, so we just do that. So we created our doggy cam, mm-hmm. and that was able to be handheld. And then we used a particularly wide lens for that. I think it was a 16mm. Yeah, 16mm. Yeah, mm-hmm. particularly wide lens for that, which gave us that kind of nice kind of full view.